Hello, this is Blue Angel 777. It is November 11th, 2019. It's the most powerful, strongest day of the year, spiritually, with the planets, the planetary alignments, and it's that 1111 portal that everyone's talking about right now, and it's that thin veil between heaven and earth. It's at its thinnest point right now. And manifestations are very high and abundant as far as receiving your manifestations. It's almost as if as you speak it, it happens immediately. We have to be very mindful of our thoughts in our dreams, daydreaming and in our dreams. Everything is heightened right now. Our connection to our higher self, our spiritual self, our counterparts we're connected to, that's more intense, and this energy that we're in is that evolving from that being aware, that consciousness aware, which was the month of October, that 1010 energy, evolving into this transformation, and this 1111 energy, into who we're meant to be, our true selves. That's what it's all about. So not just for whoever's just on the spiritual path, but who's evolving their soul mission, things like that. They're going to be activated, and it's like anything that has also, or I want to say is also, it's the end of this 13-year cycle too. And then also we're going into the full moon in Taurus tomorrow. So we have these major events and shifts that are happening, that paradigm shift. And I remember this summer, I believe it was in July, I think the first week of July, I was at the lake, and I was told by Spirit and shown by Spirit through light codes a shift. And I said, what is it? I said, parallel shift. What is a shift? And Spirit said, paradigm shift. And not knowing what a paradigm spiritually meant, I had to do some research on that and understand that this major life event is happening. And I didn't know quite when. And I believe it is now. And it was preparing me for that. And the preparation is doing the inner work, doing the shedding, that peeling, that onion peel of layer after layer after layer of going really within yourself, and releasing and healing and forgiving, and going through all these different stages to evolve into our true self of who we are. And through that time, we were preparing for this transformation, this awakening, and we're in that now. So we're able to, we have the free will to walk through that doorway into this portal, and to receive all of our gifts that have been waiting for us, and through our healings and the work and the hard work that we've been doing, and we're receiving that now. So there's going to be lots of downloads into our cellular memory and our DNA. Everywhere there's going to be downloads, and through dreams, through daydreaming, not just dreams but daydreaming. Pay attention to any type thoughts, random thoughts. Write them down if you want, not just for dreams but daydreaming. I want to specify that they're both equally important as far as healing and letting go of any residue I'm getting of any past. Not only are we going through this paradigm shift and this 1111 portal that has opened up, it goes on till December 12th. And in December, we go into the experiencing. We're going to start experiencing in reality of the consciously being aware into transforming, the awakening of the cocoon or the caterpillar into the butterfly. We're the butterflies now. We're transforming into that in November. And then reality will happen in December and into the new year. And we're completing this 10-year cycle. And I wasn't understanding of the 10-10 I was getting of endings. I was pulling so many 10s like these last couple weeks, especially, actually this last month. But these last few weeks, I am pulling every read, just about pulling 10-10s. And it's about this 10-10 energy. It's the ending of and shifting. And it's ending of a cycle, this cycle. And I wasn't looking at the bigger picture of this decade cycle. An ending of this 10 years of everything and the hardships, everything that we've been going through, and the learning and parts of our souls that we've given away to people, and through healing and gaining the strength and closures, learning lessons. It's just this 10 years has been really about evolving spiritually and learning these lessons that we needed to shift into this paradigm shift into the year 2020. So these 3 months, October, November, and December, are shifting us into this new decade, this new cycle. And it's not just this yearly cycle. I was seeing the smoke in my sage, and it was rotating. It was lesson after lesson after lesson cycle. And it's also that I always forget that word, Fibonacci formula, whatever it is. It's that that cycle, the energy, the vibrations, frequency, energy, vibrations, frequency. Yeah, those three. And it's that rotation. It's the threes and 6 and 9. It's those numbers. And the last few days has been about 3. And that's the magic 3 that I'm getting, the trifecta I've just learned. And it's about the mind, body, spirit. You know, it's about the Holy Spirit, Holy Ghost, God and his Son. It's about, it's the universal language. It's that connection of the balance of all the 3. And that's where we're at right now. That's where we're at right now. And so we're evolving into this new cycle. So we're just finishing this 13th cycle. And we're moving into this complete new cycle. The new year, the new 13-year cycle, this paradigm shift. We're evolving into our higher selves, who we're meant to be, and what our missions are on this earth. And we are gaining major downloads. Gifts are going to be heightened. Our awareness is going to be heightened. The soul connection that we have, reuniting with our soul families who we're meant to be within this next 10 year or this decade of, we're evolving into match vibrational energies, and counterparts are coming together, unions, twin flame unions. And if it's not unions with them, it's union within yourself. That unconditional love, that love that you have for yourself, that finding your true self and who you are. So this energy that we're in is major stuff. Major stuff. And so I'm going to do a reading right now on the twin flames, on the collective, and how is this energy affecting us today? And who is it going to affect? And so let's see what this energy, how it affects us today. And not today, but it's already actually started, like almost like a shadow Mercury, right? A Mercury retrograde, a shadow period. We kind of had a shadow period, so it already kind of started in November, the beginning of November. We were already seeing things, consciously being aware of things, thinking back on things, and like understanding and realizing or past stuff, thinking about things and understanding it, looking at it in a different view, and understanding why you had to go through what you had to go through, what the lesson was, understanding what the lesson was and letting it go. And also I wanted to mention our dreams. I'm curious to everyone is how are their dreams lately, because my dreams are crazy. They're like little skits. They're dark. Some of them, some are really scary. Some past people are coming in, and it's I'm really looking at it, acknowledging it, and seeing a different view on, and a lot of them are finalizations of endings of my ex, things like that would come in, and the dream would show me a different angle on looking at him, and it was validating how much it really is over with, and I don't have to, well, it was over with anyways, but I'm talking about the healing part of it and letting it go completely. And so acknowledge those in your dreams, why they're coming, rebirths. I have a friend that I spoke to today, and he dreamt that he was he dreamt of a baby, and the baby had white as purity, and the baby's birthday was the same as his, and I was telling him that he was being reborn. That's him, this new beginning. That's what this is all about, this rebirth. So if a lot of people are dreaming about babies or having babies, that's what it means. It means yourself, your spiritual self, is being reborn. But we have the free will to evolve in and move into this doorway. And for the ones that decide not to make that jump, they have to that have these fears that they're hanging on to. They have the free will to not. They have the free will to decide not to do that. The only problem is that they're going to go through these life lessons all over again. And they're going to prolong their journey. That's it. It's not like they're not going to get where they're meant to go. It's just that they're going to have to do their lessons over again. Another cycle. And to me, I think this cycle, this 1111 comes around once a year, but not to this extent. And this is a 13-year cycle ending. So they have the ability to transfer over, but if they decide not to, they're going, they have to do their cycle and learning lessons all over again. Maybe they're not ready. And a lot of it's that fear. Really got to trust in the unknown and have faith. All these signs and synchronicities that we're having, these numbers today, the number patterns are unbelievable to me. I'm seeing beside today I saw 888, 444, 222, 555, and then another 555, and then I saw 4 5s all at one time. In 111 and 1111, these divine numbers. And it's that divine connection with our higher self, our soul consciousness, our awareness. And so it's pretty amazing with all these signs that we're receiving, and I know that you're seeing them. If you're on here, know that there's synchronicities that you're having, and aha moments, and dreams, and you're intuitive, and you're seeing things in a different light. I know that. And if you have those abilities to see that, if you have any type of fears, you have to understand and know that with those synchronicities is the divine showing you those things for a reason, to give you that hope and to trust in the unknown. So to release those fears, let those fears go, and trust in the unknown. And take that leap of faith and walk through that gateway. So I call my angels and ancestors, guides, ascending masters from 5D and above. I call in all the directions, west, east, north, south. Mother Earth, universe, all my relations. I call in all the elements, fire, earth, air, water, and ether. I call in the winds and messengers of the universe. I call in Archangel Ariel to help illuminate what I need to see, and Archangel Gabriel to help me communicate with you in the best way that I can. I give thanks to the crow spirit. I saw 3 of them today. The number 3 again. We're going to see 3s. And to give thanks to the layer of snow that we got today, that blanket, purification, that cleansing, and that veil of heaven on earth. That's what my DM called it. And he doesn't even pay attention to all this stuff. He also told me that he was my foundation. He doesn't listen to my reads. He doesn't know that I talk about sacred foundation, spiritual foundation, that's what we are to each other, is our spiritual foundation. Okay. So how is this energy today, this portal energy, 1111 energy, affecting the twins today? How is it affecting the twins today? How is this energy going to affect the twins? I'm seeing like decisions, and I saw the karmic, and I saw sleepless nights, anxiety, and I also saw blinding, in his mind. I saw separation or moving towards. Then we saw that fate card, the star, the destiny. Fear of taking the leap of faith. So that's the two things that I was talking about at the end. To let go of the fear so you can take the leap of faith and walk through that doorway. So that's the undertone energy. There's a lot of fears here. But then we got the Ace of Cups and the Magician. And this is that one is that sacred union, that new beginning, this sacred new beginning of happening. And then we got the Magician card here about manifestation. It's time of manifestation. So everything that I speak of is right here in this undertone energy. I have my cards mixed up here. So this is fear of Ace of Coins here. We got Tower moments, endings, the Ten of Swords, the end of the cycle, the end of the completion, the 10 years, the Hangman, Chariot, Four of Coins, and the Four of Wands. It's spiritual foundation, it's sacred foundation. So for some reason I don't have room. So this death card, we have this Tower moment, awakening, this energy between this portal, or a paradigm shift, the 1111 portal that's opening up this doorway, and the full moon energy. We're going to the full moon tomorrow, and the completion of the 13-year cycle, and also the ending of this 10-year, the decade, the 10 years. We got the Ten of Swords here, of coming out of completion, coming out of all these burdens, and the Death card is the ending of all that. We're coming out of that. But the Tower moment is on your knees, so to speak, or all of this energy together is shaking things up and helping some of them release themselves from energies that are toxic to them here. Karmic situation, toxic energies, things like that. So this energy is very, very powerful. And with assistance to the divine, through this 1111, this divine energy, this new beginning, we got the Ace of Coins here, and that complete offering, financial offer bliss here, a new business, new job, but it's that abundance, an offering. And we got the hand out of nowhere, or out of ether, came to me and offering this coin, and this is a huge coin of abundance, walking through that doorway. But through that process, there's things going to be shaken up, and I just got lightheaded. So we're gonna have this Tower moment, and then we're gonna have the ending of situations, ending of karmic situations. It's really gonna shake things up with this energy, and also the end of the decade, of coming out of this old stuff, coming out of it. And with that being said, we go into this Hangman energy, when he has this divine light underneath his crown, and that connection, and he's got himself hanging there, but he's that's through that awakening energy. And then we got this Chariot also being divinely led, the Chariot where he's not holding his reins and he's just being led, but here's victory. This is a victory card. And then but we got this 4 of coins in the middle of hanging on to. He's hanging on to his spirituality, hanging on to his hope, hanging on to his belief system. And with that, he's got the 4 of Wands. So that's that complete celebration and victory at the end. So we got 2 victory cards of him moving into. And this Hangman, as he's hanging on to all of this, the 4 of coins and the Hangman, of this understanding of the 7 energy. The 4s. Oh, I saw the 444s today. So let's get a clarification of this. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Got a 7 of Swords there. And then we got a victory here. So that's the shifting, coming out of that deceitful energy, that coming out of the shadow self, that dark, and coming into a victory, the 6 of Wands again. So we got a lot of victory here. We got the coming out of the dark, going into the light, so to speak, into this shift is we got the 4 of Wands, we got the Chariot, and the 6 of Wands validating of the victory. Clarify the Tower moment, please. The Tower moment, we got a Wish card here, and we got the Strength card here. And the Tower, it could be a broken heart or disappointments. But the Wish and the Strength is going to pull him out of that. Or to give him the strength to come out of the situations that he's in, that he was struggling to get out of. For his peace and balance. Clarify the Death. What is the Death the ending of? It's truth. Mind space. What is the Death? Moving quickly. Towards his 10 of Cups. So he's coming out of that energy of this ending of this 10-year cycle. That's why I'm getting this 10 and the Death and the 10 swords. Is coming out of this 10-year, he's in his mind space of how he's going to do that. His truth. He's going towards his truth of who he is, who he evolved into spiritually, and she also. And it's that Knight of Swords energy, like quick. It's moving very fast, this energy. It's a lot of things are coming, and with that, going towards the 10 of Cups, and we got the 10 of Swords. So the 10 of Swords is this 10-year cycle of learning and lessons and hardships and evolving into this paradigm shift of now into this new 2020 energy, which is the 10 of Cups. Complete happiness, peacefulness, strength, getting your wishes, balance, peace, moving into that. Clarify the 10 of Swords, that ending in the shadow self too. It could be the shadow, ending in your shadow self. Yeah, leaving it, moving out of that, and going towards peacefulness. Leaving the rough waters, the karmic, the dark energies, the toxic energies. Moving out of that, and with your divine feminine. You're going towards, this is the only card that you are together. You got her back. You're with each other in the same boat, and you're going towards calmer waters, peaceful, and the trees are bloomed. It's a new beginning. There's no buds here. They're completely growth. They're grown. And solitude, thinking about that. Four of Swords. And leaving that separation, going towards, traveling towards this Ace of Wands, this passionate new beginning. And we got the Ace of Coins, Ace of Wands. I know for sure that we're going to get another ace in here anyways. The three aces or four aces maybe. But the Ace of Wands here is that, see the buds here? They're even bloomed even more. It's not like that page where there's just like a, it's just blooming into, and this is divine intervention here. Clarify the Hangman's energy. That's the karmic there. And coming out of that energy, she's the Nine of Wands. She's causing him, he's coming out of that energy with her. And he's stuck here. And he's stuck dealing with her. And I'm getting fear energy right now in my throat, all the way up into my jaw. Communication. We have to be careful with this full moon and all this energy, because the manifestations, the veil is so thin. People that practice dark energy, they're utilizing this time also. So you have to really be protected. And yesterday I did the read, and some cards fell on the floor, and I thought I grabbed them all. And this card right here was on the floor this morning. And this card is Arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. So really, really protect yourself right now. I'm carrying my black obsidian on me, and black tourmaline, and I got crystals everywhere. And I smudge myself a lot, and I surround myself in that protective blanket, spiritual blanket, that only love and divine light can get through. And speaking of divine light, it's very cold and not windy, but snowy, and I don't know if you can tell, if you can see the glare of the sun, or the sun is about ready to open up on us. And I love that when it does that when I do my readings. So clarify the Chariot, please. So I'm not going to put too much energy into this, but she's holding him back into, or he's holding himself to deal with that. Well, we can do one more clarifier for that, please. See what he's doing. How is he handling the karmic? Well, you got unconditional love here. He's in that energy, or he's a king. Justice. And the secrets, this full moon. So he's in that king energy, the emperor energy. And that was underneath here too. And this full moon here is tomorrow. And a lot of things are going to come to light. And there's going to be fights in this completion, this Nine of Wands energy. And then, but he still has his strength, but he has that unconditional love for everything and everyone that he's in contact with. He has a really beautiful heart. And we got this Justice card here. And this Justice card is do justice for the divine masculine and feminine, or who are evolving into this new shift if they go through that doorway, this union. But things are going to come to light with this full moon. Things are coming to light. Okay, so do justice for him. Do justice for him. He might be seeing something that she's doing. He might be seeing something that she's doing. Also, this is that energy too I'm talking about with protecting yourself. She could be trying to do some energy work on the divine masculine through this full moon energy. So protect yourself. Protect your divine masculine. And then we got the Hermit. And then we don't know what's going behind closed doors, so to speak. But that intuition is heightened. We got 2 intuition cards, plus in that Scorpio energy. But she might be trying to do something to the divine masculine here. So she might be trying to hold him back. That's that Hangman. So he needs that protection. Clarify the Chariot. But he's strong. He's in that king energy. So he's strong, and he has his strength here. And he's getting his wish and his peace and balance. So and he's in that high love, that unconditional. Here comes the Sun. He's in the unconditional love, that heart space. That he's so loving, and his vibrations are so high from the love. That's what I'm trying to get out. Is that this is not going to work, and the love that he has for his divine feminine makes him very, very strong. And this Strength card here is the divine feminine taming the divine masculine and her strengths here. And they have this foundation card here, the 4 of Wands, that they support each other. They're each other's spiritual foundation. That love, those are the pillars. Those are the beams that hold everything together in a home. It's everything, and that's their spiritual place. This Chariot, we got the Star, this alignment that's happening, the 7 stars, the 7 directions, and the Star is the divine feminine, and it's destined, it's fate, it's and that's what's in the stars. And this Chariot is the stars here, is that celestial guidance. The divine is leading them and leading him in his victory and movement forward. Clarify the 4 of Coins, please. And hanging on to sleepless nights, anxieties maybe, some truth here, or this could be the divine, or not the divine, this could be the karmic trying to hang on, maybe manipulations, mind control, because this is the Queen of in here, because we got this with it, the 10 of Swords. So she's really giving it to him to try to hang on to him, that 4 of Coins energy. But this is not going to work because this card was on top of it, the Sun card. None of this stuff is working anymore. None of, but she's trying to hang on. She's going to utilize this time to try to. And, but she's really, to me, this is mind control, manipulation. That's what this is right here. Manipulation, toxicity, karmic, codependency, all those hanging on to. So some of them that, there could be people in your family that you're around every day that aren't going to go through this shift. That no matter how spiritual you are, it's like your energy can affect everyone around you. Some of these people, it doesn't, because they're in such a place that it's not their time. They're not evolved yet. They're not evolved spiritually enough yet to evolve into this. Not saying that they're not going to. I'm not saying that. It's just that it's not their time. And clearly, because if they're trying to do these manipulation things like this, all that low vibrational stuff, to hang on, they have a lot of life lessons to learn as far as healing and loving themselves unconditionally, and loving and knowing who they are. A lot of them are just lost souls. So so these people are trying to hang on to you know, their divine, or they're trying to hang on to them in negative ways, you know, toxic ways, because they don't know anything else. But we got the Sun on top, so that's going to be defeated by that. That's the divine feminine. And these 2 cards fell out. Actually, 3 cards. There's your Trinity right there. There's your 3. these 3 cards, and I'll show these 2 because these fell out too. And the Sun is going to conquer and defeat this energy. The 3 of Wands is action. The Divine Feminine. And then the Twin Flame card, the 6 of Cups. And then these 2 fell out too. Coming out of this 10 of Wands energy, it's a completion. It's a completion of this cycle. And the 10-10. The 10 of Pentacles, that complete abundance and bliss. In this end of the 10-year cycle. We're coming out of this 10-year cycle. And the unions are going into the new 2020. So I'm getting that this transformation that they're in November into December 12th, that they're coming out of this old and going into the new. It's not happening today. It's just this energy of today is activating all these things. And so 12 into 12/12, into the month of December, some separations and something major is happening December 21st. I'm seeing dates, numbers, and I'm seeing 21 a lot, 12, 21. I'm seeing 13. Now I know why I see 13. It's the end of the 13-year cycle. I'm seeing 19 a lot, 7/17, July 17th date. What else am I seeing for days? 12/12, 11/11, 7/17, 9/19 I'm getting, September 19th. Another date, 21. That's it. No, the 12/12, 12/21. So 12/21, something major is happening on that day. It might be we're the full moon now, and then we're gonna go into the new moon end of November, December. The full, maybe by the full moon in December, might be on the 21st. No. We're in the full moon now, the 11th, and the end of November is the new moon. Beginning of December is the new moon. Something with the new moon in December. I'm wondering if it's around December 21st. I'm wondering. And if you know, let me know and put it in the comments. Please help me out with this. If you see something different in here, let us know, because this is for all of us. This read. And if you read this differently, let me know, because I'm just as open as you are into also wanting to get insight on this journey. I'm in this journey with you. Okay, please feel free. I don't have a problem with that. So okay, so now we're coming out of this into this new 2020 energy. Now we got this 4 of Wands. What is this 4 of Wands? Well, obviously we know what the 4 of Wands is. It's the union. You're coming out of this 10-year cycle of learning and growth, evolving, shedding our skin onion layers, and going through a lot. We've been through so much these 10 years. We all have been through so much, and now we're going to this beautiful new energy, and we have to have faith and keep that hope and stay strong for each other and our counterparts, and keep that love, do the forgiveness that you need to do, and get rid of all that residue and that stuff, that yucky stuff. And this 4 of Wands is that union completion. It's that spiritual sacred foundation here. And it's coming together. It's celebration. It could be marriages for some. Clarify the 4 of Wands, please. Of this new energy. Judgment, endings. Left on the gold. Looking back, paradigm shifting with that. Alignments, Hangman, in the new cycle. Okay, so this 10-10 right here is the judgment, the 10-10, the ending of this 10-year cycle. leaving, there's the 5 of Pentacles is that change, that shift, and this planetary alignment. So the 5 of Pentacles is that big change, a shift. It's freedom. And then we got the planetary alignment, the 7 of Pentacles. And then we got this Hangman energy. And but we got 10, 12, 12. So that is the number 12. So that's December 12th. And then we got the Wheel of Fortune here. And the Wheel of Fortune is that cycle, that new cycle. We're going into 2020. Not just the new year, but we're going into a new 10-year cycle. And this bliss and balance within, that inner compass is leading us. And it's, we got the Sphinx here on the top, and he's facing east, and his protection, and the balance of all of the elements in here also. So this new cycle, this completion of this new cycle is the foundation of truth and building towards the truth. There's ideas here. So Knight of Wands. That's just quickly on new inner struggle things of building, figuring out ways how they're going to evolve into working towards something that they love, new ideas, maybe inner struggles within themselves, how they're going to do that. But it's the truth here, in Knight of Wands. And fighting for their true love. That new cycle, they're going to be fighting for their true love. The lovers here, the twins. Another number I'm getting is the 6 and 6 of 16 for whatever reason. So remember those days and see what those come up with later on. We got the 6s in here, and then 6 here, the lovers. This is the twins, also Gemini. And I pulled a lot of cards, so I wanted to tell a story of what's going on here. So we're definitely shifting out of that old energy of the 10-year cycle and going into new year, 10 years. So what does the angels and ancestors have to say? The Oracle, wait for important information. So this time with the 1111 portal opening up, a lot of random thoughts and things are going to surface. And a lot of guidance and ideas and things. And pay attention to everything that comes to you, not just in the dream state, but also daydreaming, your random thoughts and things like that. Everything is really, really important because we're in that thin veil right now. And see that smoke? It's kind of like this when I burn the sage. It's, that energy of that is, I see when the she's burning incense, that smoke. I see stuff in the smoke, but she and inside here, I don't know if you can see it really close. See that coming from here? It's like insight. Her insight things are coming, and this veil, to me, it's that veil, or it's that ether, that energy, that oh, there's a word for that. Your higher self, that energy, that your soul, your spirit, it's what that is, and it's within that, your sacred self, within that, you're going to have insight. She has that red veil over her head. Veil. That sacred veil. Root chakra, too. Of who she is. I am. Her strength. Also, I see the snake on her arm. It could be Kundalini. The snake also represents a Scorpio. That's their animal, is a snake. And Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. And that's the white buffalo calf woman, by the way. She's a sacred prophet from the Lakota people. And she's the one that brought the Chanupa, the pipe, peace pipe. And it's a very sacred pipe. It's not just a peace pipe. It's about peace. Peace within, balance within. But it's that connection to Mother Earth. It's the Mother Earth is the pipe and the stem here, and all that comes together, and then the smoke goes to the universe. And the white buffalo calf, when it comes here, that's the prophet coming to Mother Earth. And that's like Jesus coming to Mother Earth. So the people that interpret this card, or white buffalo calf woman, or her, she's very, very sacred to Native culture, and her pipe is very, very sacred. And she's here, so that means they're here on Earth. And so it's about being balanced and humble and at peace, and balanced within with all the elements. And that's what she's all about, and speaking her truth. And so being humble means choose your argument, so to speak. Like if someone's has a different opinion, you know, or a different view, or different whatever it is, you don't need to allow it. I mean, if you're confident with yourself and at peace with yourself, then you don't need to voice your opinion back. You know, like me, I hear people say things all the time, and I don't. I might not necessarily agree or see it their way, but I'm like, that's their way of thought, and that's, you know, that's fine. I don't feel like I need to correct them or try to change their minds. That's their walk of life. That's what they believe. That's fine. It's not my place to tell them. So the moon, take note of intuitive messages, and that's this full moon here. Take a note right now, and wait for important information. So we're going to be really in the sacred white buffalo calf woman here. And the white buffalo calf was said that when there's a buffalo that comes on earth that is white, that's when the prophet is here. And we've had a couple of them now. The first one I believe that we had was probably about about 20 years ago, 25 years ago. And then there's been a couple since then. So and then the moon, take note of intuitive messages. So that, and the wait for important information is oracle. She's the oracle. She's that gifted. So there's major cards here. Major prophets here, the oracle. And then we got the Native American white buffalo calf woman, who's very, very sacred. And in the Native American culture. And then we got the moon, take note of intuitive messages. So this energy right now, and this full moon coming in tomorrow, is very, very I don't know the right word, prophet, like if you could help me with that, but it's very, very powerful in major that's happening. And so we're going to get major downloads in information, and evolve spiritually into who we're meant to be. And so So pay attention, take note of those messages. This full moon and this all this is very, very, very powerful. Clarify with this Moonology oracle. So write everything down, all your messages. Daydreaming or night dreaming. A lot of signs and symbols are going to be happening. The veil is thin. Our ancestors will come. Our past loved ones will be here. I dreamt of my mother last night. They're going to be coming and giving us advice and guidance. And listen to what they have to say. A new start is coming. The new moon. The new start is coming. A new start is coming. It's that new beginning. I'll pull another one. This is a very long reading. Your commitment is being tested. I got that a couple times the last few days. So really have faith. I had a friend message me last night. He's very gifted. He has a channel. And he wanted to give up last night. A few things triggered him. So a lot of triggers are happening. And I set him on the right track as far as keeping his faith. And this morning he apologized to me. And apologized for wanting to give up. And I said, no, that's, you know, we all go through that energy. As long as you can bounce back. And it's a new day. And today was a new day. And he's back on track again. So be careful of your commitment will be tested. Things will be happening. And you just want to give up. But you have to regroup and begin the new day again. So clear angel of Atlantis. Your intuition again is going to be activated. And then this ecstasy card. Oh my goodness. I always do that. What came back to me? Cleansing. Yes. I was talking about the cleansing with earth cleansing with a blanket of snow. That purification. Do your salt baths and everything. Sea salt baths. Do your cleansing. Spiritual cleansing. Maybe fasting. Cleansing of toxins. Mind, body, and spirit of cleansing of all three. I'm going to have a sea salt bath. Rose water for your divine feminines. Rose water. Or buy some roses. Rose incense. Rid of the Holy Grail is the divine feminine. That's the roses. One more. Surrender. Surrender. Surrender, surrender. That's that complete freedom, sovereignty within yourself. Surrender to the process. Just be and go with the flow. And that's it. That is your read for today. I send you all love and light. And please like, subscribe. And thank you so much for the subscribers that I've gotten and received. And the likes, I really, really appreciate it. You're giving me energy for the energy I'm giving you. And I wish you all love and blessings on this